is going on, everybody? Zachariah Jazz, as you know it, back at it again. Back to back Actions Act twice in a row to bring you some controversial bullshit of the day. This is, I guess you could call part two to Eddy Aragorn. But first and foremost, I need to give a big shout out to my brother Eric for buying me some VIP tickets to see Tech 9 on the day of my birthday, September 29th. That is this coming Wednesday at the Sunshine Theater. VIP, doing it big. Thank you, bro. I love you to death. You're a friend I don't deserve. So, yesterday on Twitter, yesterday, YouTube, I posted a video talking about Eddy Aragorn and his mayoral candidacy. He had a response for me. It was just a link and some little emojis, whatever. So I'm going to read you the content of this link because I would say that it's super controversial, but that's for you to know, for me to find out. The title, or the headline, Albuquerque's first black mayor pledges $50 million budget reallocation from woke politics to fighting crime. Eddy Aragorn's DNA test, this was 15 hours ago, just so you know. Eddy Aragorn's DNA test showed he is 4.6% black, which is double the percentage of black people in Albuquerque. I feel like I shouldn't have to say anything, but I'm going to. He just found out 15 hours ago that he is black. Well, maybe more than 15 hours ago, because that's when this article came out on rockoftalk.chat, Albuquerque's, whatever. So I'm assuming like more than a day, like give or take a day ago, he found out he was black. From the jump, just because you recently found out that you're black doesn't give you the permission to inherit black struggle, because you don't know what it is. You never experienced it. I don't care if you're 4.6% black. You don't get to have an opinion because you just found out a day or so ago. You just found out. So I'm here to revoke your black card. Now, there was another point I wanted to make, but I forgot. So I'm going to show you, or I'm going to read off to you my DNA test. I got my heritage DNA test for Christmas last year. My mother-in-law bought one for me and my wife for Christmas because I guess there was a deal. And I'll even give you some screenshots just for verification. So first, it has the ethnic results, right? Mine says 19.6% Mesoamerican and Andean. Now, let me read to you what this means. The population of Mesoamerica and South America includes a number of indigenous groups with pre-Columbian roots. These include Maya peoples of Mesoamerica and the Quechua, Chibcha, and Aymara peoples of South America. Quechua was the official language of the Inca Empire, largest empire in pre-Columbian South America, extending through large portions of western South America and headquartered in Cusco in modern-day Peru. The Inca built extensive road networks throughout the empire, invented high-altitude agriculture methods specialized for the challenging Andes region. Sorry, my screen is broke, so I'm having a hard time reading this. For the Andes region, and developed highly regulated social structures adhered to by millions of subjects. Ancient Central American civilizations, such as the Maya and Aztecs, produced many important innovations, such as unique writing systems, pyramid construction, complex mathematical and astronomical observations, early forms of medical surgery, and accurate calendar systems. So I'm known for quite some time, well, since I was very young, that I had some indigenous roots, specifically because my father, he is from Bogalusa, Louisiana. My father told me that we had some Choctaw Native American in us, but he said it was very, very little. So this was news to me, this 19.6%. That being said, I have never identified as being an indigenous person. I've never identified as being Native American, never flaunted it, never even really told anybody about it, because it's something I never really identified as, because I was told it was such a small percentage. 19.6%, that makes almost 20% of my human genome. But I never identified as that, so I'm not going to claim to be indigenous. I won't ever do that, or even try to attempt indigenous and Native American struggle and suffrage. That's insult. So, moving on. 17.5% Iberian, 8.7% English, 4.8% Irish, Scottish, and Welsh. Moving on. This is my African roots. 13.2% Nigerian, 11.7% Kenyan, West African 11.6%, Sierra Leonean 5.6%, Maasai 0.8%. That is somewhere in the ballpark of 50% of my human genome. I'm half black. Just take note of that. And then for 3.6% Middle Eastern, 2% Inuit, almost 1% Melanesian. So, in this article, in the second paragraph, well, in the first paragraph, he said, which is double the percentage of black people in Albuquerque, except for the percentage of people that are black, that are like me, 50% black, have always identified as being black and Chicano, because that's I am, half Hispanic. Iberia, that's where that comes from, Spain, the Spain area. That's something I've always identified as El Chicano Negro. See, he right here in his second paragraph, I am an African Bato, Erdogan said Thursday on his radio show, The Rock of Talk, and I embrace the values that come with my full and diverse heritage. Yeah, but you only figured that out. You can embrace it as much as you want, but your policies that you want to advocate for, and the former president that you advocated for, that automatically revokes your black card. It does. And I know plenty of people in the black community that will agree with me. You ain't never identified as black. You're already almost halfway through your life. I don't know how old you are, but give or take. You don't get to own that. You ain't never knew what it's been like to be black. Never. Never. A lot of people don't know this, but the first 23 black members of Congress were Republicans. And I'm going to be the first black mayor of Albuquerque, also Republican. Is this something that you're trying to run on? Now you're trying to exploit your 4.6% black heritage, your 4.6 black DNA, to claim to be the first black mayor? You ain't never knew you were black before that DNA test. How dare you? Carrying the torch of black conservative values, bro, you've never... How many times am I going to have to say this shit? Eddy's priority on day one is to eliminate the millions of taxpayers' dollars wasted on racist pandering. What does that even mean? Albuquerque has had enough of the woke politics. Hell no. Stay woke. Rainbow crosswalks don't make the city safer. This is a disgusting human being. The Office of Equal Opportunity and Inclusion doesn't bring good jobs to the city. The Office of Equity and Inclusion doesn't bring good jobs to the city. Cultural Services hasn't done a single thing to clean up our streets. Mayor Tim Keller increased the police oversight budget in 1 year by 26% to $1.7 million. Consider it gone. 1.7 million to oversight. That is referring to the independent monitors team and development, whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what these funding, their paperwork, because nothing's really being done, which is a point that I have to agree. It was a waste of money because, I mean, we get the IMR reports. Yeah, we can see the numbers. Yeah, we can see the statistics. But as we all know, well, as I've been telling you, nothing is being done about it because they still report a significant amount of use of force cases in every single IMR report. Every single one. There's nothing good ever said in any of them. And I actually said something wrong in my last video. So 298 level 2 and 3 use of force cases I am in IMR 13, and 311 level 2 and 3 use of force cases in IMR 12. So that was a decrease, not an increase. So let me correct myself. I believe the police should be watching over us. Erdogan said, we don't need to be watching over them. Right, because obviously their crimes don't matter. Their crimes and brutality against the people do not matter to him and people like Sean Willoughby. This is counter CASA talk. It's counter CASA language. Just do away with the consent decree, right? No justice for police victims of police violence. No justice. No accountability for these people who still do not adhere to the consent decree, do not comply with the consent decree. If they would have just complied the whole time, the fucking Department of Justice probably wouldn't be here, right? They would have just complied. The current administration has done everything in its power to smother, obstruct, and stifle our Blue Angels, but fuck the black ones, right? And fuck the countless Native American, indigenous people, and Chicano people in the streets that are victims of police violence, that are victims of crime, even though that in a lot of these, impoverished neighborhoods, they're the ones committing it, but that's being a victim of crime, right? Because you had to do this, you had to put yourself in a fucked up position because of a disparity, because of something that was missing from your life, right? They're victims of crime too. And there are no blue angels. They don't save people. They don't stop crime because crime has already happened before they show up. They don't stop anything from happening. They don't. Point blank fucking period. There are no blue angels. Angels don't come down from the heaven and fucking kill people. A lot of time over a mistake, over nothing. A blue angel didn't fucking come down and kill Claude Trevino. A blue angel didn't come down and fucking kill James Boyd. There are no fucking blue angels, man. And I'm sorry, you barely found out the other day that you're black. You're not. I don't care if you have 4.6%. I don't give a fuck. You ain't never identified as black. Not until this fucking article came out. Never. So you missed me with that bullshit, partner. This is a free country, and Eddy will remind everyone. So yeah, this is a free country, so why should I feel like I have a fucking cop over my shoulder all the time watching me? Watching over us. Kiss my ass, bro. That's why the police still has Big Brother watching over theirs. Are they angels? I'm done on that. And this is my response to him, because he had a little smirk, response to me on Twitter yesterday. So fuck you, Eddy.